and then you feel stressed out. And stress is real. You know, they say real stress, you don't even know you're stressed.
Yeah. Jsean.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jsean. So I just got me these banging little wings right here. Let me show you. I know y'all probably don't really care, but these are like, I get my wings fried hard, whether they have skin on them, no skin, it don't really matter. I kind of wanted to just talk about something random while I'm eating. I know y'all don't care to see me eat, but I don't know who does this, but I learned it from the first time I had wings with hot sauce. Sounds crazy, but it was in the city. Before that, I never used to eat wings like that. Very strange, right? So I wanted to talk about something kind of random here. My plate's falling off the edge. It's about being comfortable. If you ever find yourself being comfortable, catch yourself, reset, remember why you're in that position or why you're trying to get out of a situation. The quick example is somebody who's like looking for a job, right? You're gung-ho, you're dressed up, hopefully you're carrying yourself like proper, you're following all the rules, you're trying to be like the best person or version of yourself while you're going for this position. And then over time, you'll start cutting corners. You'll start knowing what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. And that's a version of being comfortable. And what happens is you forget why you're there. You forget how appreciative you were at one point about your position and what your goals were, you know? And another form of being comfortable is depending on a job so much that you can never leave, because you become so comfortable with the income that you've created your life and your lifestyle around this income to a point where you can't leave because it'll affect your lifestyle and your life and everything that you've invested into that money. That, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. When you start feeling like, now in the beginning, you probably always have to depend on it, depending on your circumstances, but there has to be a point where you free yourself of that. Have a real goal, get out of debt as best as possible. Because I've seen a lot of people who work at places who always want to quit and say, I don't want to be here anymore. You're able to do stuff like that when you're not binded to that job and those finances, right? Save your vacation time, save your personal time off, save a little bit of money every check. I'm talking about so small that you won't even feel it. So when that day comes when you feel like it's time for you to move forward or move on, use that money to hold you down while you're going on. Use your PTO, your vacation, to go on interviews, and then or get the interview on your days off, and when you finally get that new position, you use that PTO, vacation time, or whatever you're using, that money that you have put away little by little, use that in order to make sure you don't have a gap in your pay. Or if you're responsible or more responsible, you have money saved up, at least double or triple what your rent or whatever your bills will be, and then move forward and take those chances as you need to, or whatever you see fit. Don't settle, basically. Just don't settle in your circumstances, because that's what happens. You get so comfortable that you literally start settling, and then you become unhappy, and then you feel trapped, and then you feel stressed out. And stress is real. You know, they say real stress, you don't even know you're stressed. You're just living that kind of jacked up mentality, and your moves are messed up. And stress is like contagious, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're stressed out, when you're in a bad mood, you can easily spread that to somebody and mess up someone else's day. So let's just try to do the opposite, you know what I'm saying? Have a good vibe, have good energy, have a good attitude. Pass that to somebody who has a bad attitude. Share that energy and see if you can get everybody feeling good and better about themselves. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not in the best position, but I'm in a pretty grateful and happy position. I could be in a better position, of course, and that's what I'm always gonna work on. Because I always take setbacks and then I always have a comeback. You know what I'm saying? But there's times where you don't always have to have a setback, or you have minor setbacks. You don't do shit that reset your whole life and everything and you have to start all over. You know what I mean? There has to be a point where you start getting smarter and you start noticing the repetitive nature of circumstances that keep happening to you in your life and whatever is going on. Whether it be you have bad relationships all the time, you're always going broke all the time. There has to be something you have to change now. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I fall into the same trap. That's just the trap of life. Just not thinking enough, I guess. Being comfortable. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? I do it still. So I'm saying this video for you, and I'm saying it for myself. I'm saying it to remind myself, actually. Remind yourself. I'm helping you remind you now. And you remind somebody else by taking action. Don't talk so much in 2020. I look at 2020 as like a sign. And I know people think it's probably crazy, but 2020 is also what people say for perfect vision, right? So it's clarity. 2020, perfect vision. 2020 is the year that we're in. You know what I mean? Stay focused, be focused, and continue to grow and go forward. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Just some random words while I eat. And I didn't even eat this whole time because I'm sitting here just talking. I just got in the mood to talk. This channel, like I said, is going for a weird direction because I just want to do things in a way where it's not so technical. So I'm doing a lot of talking. But if we was in person, this probably wouldn't be as awkward. It probably wouldn't be as weird because we'd actually be engaging in a conversation at this point. But at least for now, I'm just gonna engage with the camera like you are listening. listening, and hopefully you get through to the end of the video. As I always say, maybe next time I even share a wing. But until next time, again, as I always say, make sure you do everything at top level, at your top level. You're in no competition with nobody, just yourself. Make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. I'll talk to you later. All right, boom.